I was scrolling through a popular social media channel when I came across a street interview. What would you say to yourself from 5 years ago? In the video, Christian Frost had his arm around his new girlfriend. His voice was calm, laced with affection. I'd tell the Christian from 5 years ago to find Lily Lynn sooner. The girl in his arms blushed, covering her mouth as she agreed. Me too. Online comments exploded with adoration, followers showering them with blessings. No one knew that 5 years ago was the day Christian and I got married. Even he had forgotten. Until a week later, the same channel posted another street interview. In this one, I looked directly into the camera and said, seriously, if I could, I'd tell her, Claire Kingsley, don't marry Christian Frost. You'll regret it. This time, Christian saw it. The day I agreed to the divorce was a perfectly ordinary afternoon. I called Christian's number, but it was Lily who answered. Hello? I'm looking for Christian. He's in the shower. Is there something I can help you with? Her voice was as bright and fearless as ever, tinged with a possessive, almost triumphant, undertone. The old me would have screamed, would have hysterically demanded she get lost, that I needed to speak to Christian. But now, I knew all too well that Lily was the only one who could get him on the phone. I couldn't let her hang up on me like she always did, leaving me to rage like a madwoman. He mentioned a divorce before. I agreed to it, I said calmly, getting straight to the point. There was a second of silence on the other end, then she repeated, disbelieving, you're agreeing to a divorce? Yes. The word had barely left my lips when I heard a rustling sound. Christian must have taken the phone. Soon, his deep, indifferent voice was in my ear. It's me. I know. Hearing his voice, I felt a strange sense of detachment. It had been 6 months since he'd moved out of our villa to be with Lily. We hadn't spoken since. The last thing he'd said to me was, Claire, let's get a divorce. If you don't agree, I'll file for legal separation and then sue. Now, half a year later, I had finally caved. Lily said you want to divorce me? He asked when I didn't speak. He must have been frowning as he said it, his tone laced with a hint of confusion. I couldn't understand where his confusion was coming from. He was the one who had brought it up, but I no longer had the energy to argue with him about who initiated it. I just hummed in agreement. If you have time, let's meet and sign the papers. Then, I hung up. It was the first time I had ever hung up on him since discovering his affair. Before, I was the one bombarding his phone with calls and texts. I'd used the most vicious words to curse him and the most heartbroken sobs to beg him. But every time, Christian would say, annoyed, can you stop acting like a lunatic? Talk to me when you've calmed down. Then he would mercilessly end the call, ignoring my frantic attempts to reach him again.